Tell me what happened last time.
Ready. So, Taylor and Riley, they met up in the morning and discussed what had happened last night. Taylor did perhaps it wasn't the words of encouragement Riley was looking for, but basically told him, if you're going to be a detective or a cop in New York, you can't really let your mind get wrapped up in everyone you could possibly have saved if you had done something differently. Yeah, they looked over the case files. Meanwhile, the strange man had came back to speak with James and warned him about his flock's piety. And man told him that he has had visions, dreams that he has written down, and he gave them to James and claimed it was the work of the devil, and revealed that his name was Sean. The notes are a guide on how to summon devil, the demon. The phrase, I believe the sun will darken, came up, and there was a drawing in these notes that are similar to the one that was on Monica's wall, and James then arranged a meeting with Taylor and 3 detectives. After speaking with James, getting the notes from him, getting the info from him, met with Adam at the diner, and Adam then told Taylor about an incident that happened in Eastern Europe where 2 men claimed that the sun had went dark, and it led to a series of events where 50 people had been killed, and ultimately the government men had found this dugout where there was this blood-soaked rune that coincidentally looks pretty similar to aforementioned ones in the paper and the wall. And apparently there was a reanimated corpse that had chased the agents, and ultimately the incident was covered up. The agents were put into, let's call it an asylum, where I think they eventually got out, but yeah. Whole thing didn't sound too good, and Adam indicated that, yes, he wanted to speak with the James, this priest. Especially after Taylor indicated that James had apparently heard laughter twice now that other people hadn't heard. Meanwhile, Riley had spotted a 16-year-old girl that was watching the car, and after she had gotten out, this girl had apparently vanished and then teleported into the back seat of the car, materialized there, and that's when Adam filled Riley and James in on the history, feeling that he had in fact he had actually made a deal with the being that had been summoned in with the being that had been summoned in Eastern Europe, promising to help it if it bind itself to him, and agreed to compromise. And I believe he pontificated a bit that he thinks these beings are ignorant of human suffering, that sadly, Grunt, I am the one who does the recap. So unfortunately, you may file a complaint, and I may amend the record at a later date. But yeah, he also revealed that he could do medical work with his mind very quickly, and that's what he had done with those 2 men that Riley had shot. That he didn't actually bring them back from the life, back to life from the dead. And Sean may have powers of his own if he's connected to a similar being, so we should be very careful. He also told us his last name, Kovacs. And it's really only blood is really needed for the ritual. It doesn't even need to entirely be human blood, apparently, which is great. and they only had made a plan to lure Sean out or find him and ambush him and trap the spirit. That's when Adam kind of got this weird look about him and revealed that the waitress is she's in trouble, probably being tortured, and the group went to save her. Ultimately, Taylor agreed to make a deal with these guys, given the situation. But he did vent his frustrations to Riley and Adam as they went to meet with the Belmont, the boss at the Belmont. His anger, his frustration at the fact that seemingly it's him and seemingly maybe a handful of other people are the only people not involved in this, not involved in the corruption, not involved in this whole sword affair that's sinking the city. That they're not. He's gone, and he's at this point. He's at his edge. He's getting tired. He's tired of being told he can't arrest certain people. He's tired of getting told he can't investigate certain things. And hopefully soon, those things won't. He'll get the chance to maybe not deal with those fetters. Well, we did make a deal with the boss. His name was Rory. They would agree to keep a lookout for this man because, the local criminal element here also wants this handled quietly, attracting a little too much attention. And Rory did make some coded references to Taylor's wife, Gina, and Taylor did put the pieces together and kind of had as close of a kind of a breakdown as this man will have in public. And meanwhile, as the group had gone their separate ways, James talked with Alaric, who basically gave him the deep state credit card if he needs help. Also gave him his phone number, as James helped the woman, and also, and then as he went home, the entity did come to have a talk with him, interrogate about his actions, his morality, and she did give James an address and a time to stop Sean, and James did call Adam to get help. Meanwhile, then Riley was also confronted by this entity, blamed for in her own way being responsible for the death of that woman. Riley didn't kill the woman, but Riley's just a simple change of action could have saved her life. Ultimately, the entity did give Riley an address, but in a bit of a different way. She had to carve it into her own hand. Meanwhile, Taylor did have a discussion with his wife, and ultimately, after trying to dance on the subject, it confronted her directly with it, and she kind of blew it off, treated it as somebody maybe told him a joke, and Taylor not maybe not wanting to deal with the implications of the things that he's pretty sure he knows, while also having to deal with a demon, let it lie. Not quite ready to force that confrontation, that talk. That's where we left off.
I believe some people were given some very urgent information.
I'm sure they were all given the same address.
Sure.
It'd be pretty mean of her if she gave a different address. That'd be pretty mean of her.
As well, James, I think you were on your way to meet with Adam, and it's to the address she gave you, right?
I was stopping at the dead drop location first.
Yeah, you gave that.
And
in the morning,
while
they'll know.
While I once I drop off the note at the dead drop, I'm going to find a payphone and call Alaric as well.
Well, you're just gonna call on the number he gave you, right?
Yes.
As voice will pick up, and it's a woman's voice. Hello, how can I help you?
Yes. Is Alaric there?
Unfortunately, Mr. Gray is not available right now. What can I do for you?
He told me to call this number if I needed help.
Yes.
He and I have spoken a couple of times recently, and a situation has presented itself that I believe he qualifies for his assistance.
Fortunately, Mr. Gray is quite a busy man. I will try to relate the message, but these things take time. I'm not sure how urgent the situation is.
Will you tell him that? Did I catch the what's her name?
I don't think she gave a name. Or if you're referring to the demon.
Yeah.
No, she never gave it.
Will you tell him that the young woman came to my apartment and told me that Sean has taken a prisoner and that I am on my way to hopefully convince Sean to release her.
If you need, sir, I can dispatch some agents to your location if you think it's a dangerous thing.
I give her the address I was given.
No?
I am on my way there myself and expect to be there when I give her a time.
Very well. I shall have the engines there on standby.
Thank you.
Yeah, the phone closes. Rory's like, I have a job? What? Holy shit, who are you people connected with?
And did I tell are Adam and I meeting there or
I thought that was the implication.
okay. Then I will head over. I'm absolutely buying a cup of coffee if I have time.
Yeah, I mean, you can grab one on the way there. Give me a second, I need to. Fortunately, Mac, I don't think they would send fucking Ava for this. Like, but surely this man would not call this very important phone number just some like mundane shootout. No, 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 no. But yeah, as you'll head over there, you will meet with Adam somewhere sort of nearby. He'll say, Father?
Hello, Adam. I didn't think things would get this intense this quickly.
Hey, well, that's how they start. I expected this the moment I told me that. Starting to hear things. She is Not her first kill.
What's her angle? Just sadism?
Shrugs, says, I don't really know. I'll be honest.
I don't know if... Well, I hope this won't matter, but I don't have any sort of weapon.
I think I can handle just physical confrontations. James, you will see are near the address. There's a van pretty suspiciously parked on the side of the road. Kind of looks at you and he'll say, I think we're not the only ones here tonight. Saw some suspicious men arrive.
Do you know Alaric?
Gonna shake his head.
He spoke to me on... Is it only Tuesday?
Well, it's technically Wednesday. It's gonna be Wednesday soon, but yeah.
He spoke with me yesterday before I met the detectives, telling me to expect their arrival. And then again earlier today, and gave me a phone number. So I've requested additional assistance.
Do you know what kind of people this Alaric associates with?
Just that he told me that he could help.
Noted. Well, want us to wait here? Do you want to talk with them? He looks at his watch. We have about another hour or so.
I'm gonna go over to the van. Or the other people.
I mean, yeah, Alaric's, not Alaric. Adam's not gonna come. He's much more suspicious of these people than you are. But yeah, no, you can walk up to the van. It's very, it's like there's a man sort of smoking the windows down. He looks at you and says, are you the... I'll call you field agent for now.
If you want, I'm just a priest. I called about my concerns.
Father, we are here to help. As he sort of glances in the back. Say, he like hands you a small radio. Radio's in if you want us to act. Although, I wasn't exactly told too many details, so like actually gets out of the van, flicks the cigarette, goes to the side, and opens the door. You see there's there's like 5 different guys inside. They're all packing like different sorts of guns. There's like 2 guys with like rifles. There's 2 guys with shotguns. They're like sort of checking the weapons, ammo. They don't look sort of necessarily like military individuals. They're dressed in like civilian clothes, although they do have some bulletproof vests and stuff like that on them. but they do look like they know what what the fuck they're doing. So do you think this should cover it, or should I expect even more problems?
I'm expecting a hostage situation in the short term, and I think the hostage taker is on some level mentally unstable. But I also think that he's being manipulated by outside and malign forces.
Kind of raises an eyebrow. It's like, okay.
And
do the best
I
we
was
can to
told,
assist you.
and I was told this by that entity who I think brought me here for her entertainment.
Sort of like says, not the, we're not necessarily rift experts, sir, but those will do what we can.
I have a something of an established pastoral relationship with this man. I'm hoping that I can get through to him. But I'm not going to tell you how to do your job.
Well, in case your negotiation breaks down, use that radio and we'll see what we can do. At the very least, we might be able to cover your escape.
Just a minute. Is this the sort of thing that's that they'll be overhearing my conversation?
No. You have to actually activate.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah. Adam is just staring at you from a distance.
If I need your help, the code I will give you is Didymus.
Noted. Will you make your way back to Adam or just hang around here?
I don't know if any of you men are religious, but if you are, I would appreciate your prayers. And then I'll head back to Adam.
He'll kind of nod. As Adam is... Oh, how are your new friends?
I think they know more than I do. They were saying something about rifts.
Is a term I've also heard. That means you're friend Alaric is highly connected with some dangerous people. Be very careful when dealing with this sort of things.
Do you think there's some sort... What do you mean?
I arrived here. I endeavored to brute force my way into figuring out some information. So I found a bunch of... Well, I worked my way a bit up the ladder. Eventually until I found some crooks that were a bit more knowledgeable. And, well... just say I thought I had some influential individuals. Meanwhile, I was barely scraping the surface. The waitress, the Belmont, all of these things I fear go much deeper than your eye can even imagine it. I would rather not make more enemies than I have to.
Well, hopefully we have made friends instead.
Gonna slowly nod as oh, gonna wait there. Meanwhile, character name active. Riley.
Yes.
As Riley, you also rush to an address you were given, although in a much more cruel way. Probably have probably get there. Not not exactly time. Probably get there like 10 minutes early. It's this like residential neighborhood. There's like a house you see. The lights are still on. What you do?
Sadly, the demon was not very detailed with what the fuck would happen. She doesn't really know. She's just waiting and looking around until something happens. They
Yeah, detect roll. Sort of. At 5 minutes before midnight, all the lights in the house just go off as it completely goes dark.
That's not good.
As you see the sort of almost shadow move by one of the windows. Looks like the shadow of a man. Silhouette.
Is it inside or outside?
It's on the inside. sort of see it pass by one of the windows. So, well, you'll hear like this woman scream
Yeah, she rushes inside.
2 minutes later. You have to break down the door, so give me a 4.
I will, fuck, I will, even with first aid, it's kind of fucked, fast. It's a 4 dice roll, I can't.
And try and it'll be fine. Maybe try one of the windows.
Yeah, the windows might be... Yeah, the windows are more likely right now, statistically
It's
speaking.
still gonna be a force roll.
Difficulty critical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is Roddy's not good day. Do I want to waste first day on this? Oh my, that's kind of shit. I have to use first day, otherwise there's literally statistically a 0% chance, because otherwise it's a 2 dice roll.
Up to you. And always kind of like shoot the fucking lock off. Up to you. There's multiple ways you can approach this.
I know we're not fucking around here. We're shooting off the lock. I think there's no time. Might also attract some attention. Listen, I think.
So make a choice.
Yeah, no, I'll shoot off the lock. Yeah.
As you pull the gun out, as several bullets fly as they sort of tear through the wood. As this, at this point, holy shit, there's someone shooting a gun in the neighbor's house. As you sort of rush in and see like a man sort of standing in the hallway and just staring at you. It's hard to like sort of see anything in the darkness. Looks like he has a knife in his hands though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll shut. Drop the knife on the ground.
As he like looks towards you confused and it's like, who are you? What do you want? Get out of here. It's like sort of just stares at you.
What was the screaming about? Oh,
You asked that?
actually, fuck. Actually, I'm not sure. Fuck. Yeah. The problem is, I'm not. The thing is, fuck. Right thinking. Wait, is this the house owner or is this the fucking intruder? Oh fuck, gosh. Yeah. Actually, I do ask that. Yeah. Yeah, just where's the woman, basically?
Get out of. I see like sort of. It's like you'll see him bolt sort of for one of the rooms.
Yeah, Riley will follow.
I mean, how are you, Mac? How are you following? Are you just casually walking? Are you running? Are you trying to do anything? Are you just be a bit more descriptive of your actions?
She's running after this man.
Give me a stunt roll. Well, you try to run after, but you still rush for one of the rooms as he like closes the door to the leading into, like shuts it in your face. As the lights come on, as you can suddenly see around the house. What do you do?
We tried to check to find what a woman was basically was screaming. Is there like no blood on the floor, nothing? The blood is
And
now
yeah,
on.
you can give me a detect. You can go look around the rest of the house. If you
Yeah.
don't need to stand in the kitchen. Give me a detect roll.
Oh, no more reroll that. It's a complete fail.
Ah, well. Glance around the house. You sort of look around. You don't spot any signs of a fight or anything like up there, and there's no blood really. You hear sirens in the distance.
I look at the clock. Is it past 12? It's past midnight? Is it?
Yeah? It's just about midnight.
Right, I feel the demon might have lied to her. So it's you know, she may have overreacted. I think it's time to withdraw now. I think
Well, as you leave the house, what do you do? What's the action plan now?
yeah, she needs to get away quietly from the scene.
Sure, give me a stealth roll.
I will use my first day on this one. We'll get a +2 bonus. Fuck my life, I hate that. I hate it's a partial, I'll take the partial out.
As you'll sort of duck and move, sort of use the cover of night to make your escape, as well, you'll be able to eventually slip out the area as police cars are going by, canvassing the place. None of them pick you up though. You're able to leave the neighborhood. What's next, Riley?
After cursing under her breath that she got probably pranked by this demon. She needs to quietly back home and
Yeah, you'll be
and
able
hope to
do
God that nobody noticed her face. Hopefully,
It's not like wandered into a house, shot several gun rounds, and then
Yeah, this is kind of fucked up. She doesn't know what to do. She has to speak to Taylor or fucking Adam tomorrow, probably, to get some.
as yeah, you walk away. As meanwhile, James, you're waiting outside this apartment. As Adam will say, as the clock is nearing the time, she'll say, "Know what we're waiting for?"
I'm not entirely sure. She told me to come here at midnight, and that the man I mentioned would be here. I'm just going to go up and knock.
Maybe you should do that.
I go up to the door and knock.
As see, take a couple of moments before like a strange man opens the door. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm Father James from Holy Trinity. I was told that a young man who I've met was here and in need of my pastoral assistance. His name is Sean. I give him a brief description.
Sort of looks a bit confused. Says, there's no one here by that name. Sorry, Father.
And you haven't seen someone like this in the neighborhood?
Not that I can remember, no. Everything
Do I...
all right?
This young man isn't well, and I'm worried that he might hurt himself or someone else.
You'll nod and say, was a homeless man I think earlier today, quite unwell, but that look nothing like the man you mentioned. But maybe I didn't look too close.
When and where did you see him?
It was in the afternoon. It was kind of points to like an area where they throw trash. He was sort of rummaging there. Had some rather loud ravings. So people just kind of gave him a wide berth.
What was he talking about?
Something about angels singing to him.
Well, that sounds like Sean.
No, this man was quite small and lanky almost. Short hair, clean cut.
Does it sound like
No.
Sean's...
Sean
Okay.
is tall and sort of broad-shouldered.
Okay. Maybe they've been talking to each other.
Well, not. No.
If this man comes back, will you give me a call? I hand him a business card.
You'll not. Of course, Father.
Thank you.
Good night.
God bless you. Good night.
So, close the door.
I didn't notice anything suspicious or about the man or surrounding environs.
No, not as you like. You just kind of woke him from his slumber.
Going to walk over to walk back to Adam and tell him about the conversation.
Suppose it's not outside the realm of possibility that she just lied.
It seemed like she wanted. It seemed like she wanted to test me. Like my belief that what she was doing to people was wrong was a curiosity to her, and that she wanted to see me in action.
One thing I
Sending
know
me on
about
a wild goose chase. I don't see how that serves her purpose.
thing I know about these beings is that I don't think they understand us. I don't think they can empathize with us. So maybe it is just curiosity. But if what that man said is true, you know this thing's capabilities. Maybe altering one's perceptions is one of it. And who knows how Sean even like.
Do you have any ideas of what to do now?
I will stay here. You go rest. And please dismiss. I don't think
I am
their
going
expertise
to.
are gonna be useful here.
I am going to check the dumpster that the guy was rooting through and see if there's anything.
Yeah, give me a detect roll. A basic difficult. Ah, there we go. Well, you second. Well, first of all, as you like look around, you will immediately notice. I assume your church would have some sort of maybe flyers, probably maybe to hand out to people.
Certainly like bulletins for each week service.
Yeah, so you find one for basically the upcoming week, which would be this one. Sort of crumpled up. There's also this sort of, it's like torn up part of a newspaper announcing and sort of it's probably from one of the newspapers that talks about recent police new hires, as you do recognize like Riley's face on one of the images, as the article seems to be praising sort of her new promotion as the first woman detective of this precinct specifically.
I'm going to take both. and go over to the van and give them the rundown.
The Italian-looking man, I'll say. Well, then it sounds like you don't need us here.
I guess not. I'm sorry for the false alarm.
Don't worry, I get paid either way, Father. I am happy to not have to face one of those rift freaks. Then I wish you a good night.
Good night. God bless you.
And they'll drive away.
I'm gonna go try to catch a cab.
Yeah, you'll be able to get back home safe and sound and presumably crash to sleep because you are a bit tired.
Yep.
Well, as morning arrives, Riley, how early are you gonna? What's your plan now?
Fuck. First, she wore a long sleeve to cover up the wounds on her other arm. Make sure they don't bleed and whatever. As fuck. Who does she call now? She'll definitely get up at 5, but she'll try to first. I think she'll check in with Adam Taylor is the question now. Let me see if Adam's awake. Taylor can be like.
Adam unfortunately will not pick up.
Yeah, it's
Is still on guard.
That's yeah. I think Taylor was probably asleep at 5 in the morning. I'm not sure if he'll pick up.
But listen, I mean, like if you call, he's gonna wake up eventually.
She'll try to call.
I guess. Listen, Taylor, you are woken up from your sleep by the ringing of the phone. Hear it from the other room. It is 5 in the morning. It keeps ringing.
I mean, he'll go over to answer it. This is the Reed residence. Taylor speaking.
Hello, Taylor. This is Riley, and fuck, I might need your help. I think I got tricked.
All right, give me the rundown. What happened?
That demon thing, whatever. She paid me a visit last night. Said something bad would happen at a certain address if I don't head over there. Headed over there. Violently shut up the door. But I'm pretty sure nothing happened. I didn't see anything. I think I only saw the homeowner. I quickly vacated the place, but I didn't see any cops spot me. But they arrived pretty quickly.
All right. I'd be safe to make an excuse not to come to work today then.
Yeah, I'll call in sick.
Now my mind did blank a bit. Did you mention that you shot a gun?
Yeah, she did say she shot the door open.
There will be a bit of a thing there. pulled your service weapon out. You fired without a clear field of vision.
The gun was aimed downwards at the floor. But yes, I did.
It's running through Taylor's mind right now because, God, you used your service weapon and the casings are there.
Yeah.
Taylor's going to tell you.
At the risk of being pedantic, 1970s, you're still using revolvers.
Bulbas, yeah?
So the casings would have stayed in the gun.
True though.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, Taylor will just say, listen, stay home tonight. Stay home today. When I get to the precinct, I'll see what I hear. Next time, I know we're dealing with weird shit right now. Keep your wits about you, because discharging your service weapon without establishing a clear line of fire is how civilians get caught in the crossfire. It's how people die. I don't care what situation you get in. I don't want to hear that again.
Understood.
And yeah, he'll hang up. There's not really
Although I
Yeah.
want to say, Ross, at the risk of also being pedantic, they can just recover the bullet though.
Yeah.
There's still evidence. There's still
That's
equal
yeah.
evidence.
You can just shoot the door and then the floor. Like it's not gonna be easy for them to recover it. But yeah.
You can also guess the caliber from it's like enough information.
Yeah, I'm sure Taylor, your wife can be like, everything okay?
Taylor will just say, everything's fine. Rookie apparently ran into some trouble, and I asked them if anyone was going to die. They said no, so I told them they can wait till I get the precinct. Then I'm not coming in early.
Kind of like smiles and back to bed.
Yeah, Taylor will. Yeah, Taylor will nod at that. It's like, I believe the situation's bad, and if Riley's fucked, Taylor doesn't really have the pull needed to like unfuck her on this.
Now I will say this, Taylor. Depending how much you believe in your captain, longer you hide this, the worse it will get. But that's up to you on how. Yeah, there's no way to unfuck this. That's for sure. But yeah, as go back to sleep. Have a 2 more hours as you'll eventually presumably get back up in the morning. Riley, I assume you do call in sick.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a big problem for them. You are have a good reputation with these people. As well, Taylor, you'll check in the morning, I presume.
Yep, you will.
Not sure if there's anything you want to do at the office or not. They will inform you that Riley has called in sick. Not gonna be.
Because right now, ostensibly, he's still playing the waiting game. He will take this opportunity to ostensibly to go out and follow a lead. He'll use that to see if he can't talk to Riley and inform her how bad the situation is, because that's not something he would want to do over the phone.
Yeah, you can stop by her house, her apartment rather. The problem, the thing is, this entire incident happened in a different area, so it's also don't know which people are gonna handle this as well. But yeah, you can stop by Riley's place. Personally, at your precinct, there wasn't that much buzz about this, so again, hard to estimate. Yeah, as Riley at around 9:30, you'll see Taylor would stop by your place.
We'll open the door here.
All right. Where did this happen? As he'll just walk in and just immediately ask you, where did it happen? I need to know the precinct it was in, because then I can tell you how thorough the investigation is going to be.
Somewhere Brooklyn at. Insert address here.
No, let me just choose a precinct right now. It'll be the 66th precinct.
What do I know about those guys, Grunt? Do I know anything about those guys and with how long I've been in the service?
You can overall. I'll give you a +1 because bank. Ooh, quite a lot. Well, I mean, they're not I wouldn't say they stand out. They have to deal with a lot of crime. So people there are sort of jaded and grizzled, or at least. They're not incompetent, and given how messy this entire thing was, they will launch an investigation at some point. And it all really depends on how many things they can find that tie Riley to that place, because bullets are one thing, but given how big of a clusterfuck this was, there could have been eyewitnesses. The guy might be able to remember something who just saw her. It's not looking good. But I mean, you know a few people there. You'd probably ask around.
Yeah. Taylor's gonna look to Riley. I'll be honest with you. Precinct, the precinct that you just shit in the backyard of, they got a lot on their plate. And they are, unfortunately for you, they're not incompetent, and they do take their job somewhat seriously. So let me walk through this. You fired a gun. Bullets are still lodged in the floor. You said you saw the homeowner. Did the homeowner see you?
The light was turned off at the time, but I'm not sure how good the visibility was.
Turned off time.
Oh,
Sorry?
Oh, you were about to say something?
Okay. So he got a vague look at you. So they have your bullets. They have possibly a vague description of you if no one else saw you. To be honest, I know a few people there. I can put the feelers out to see what exactly they all have, but Gonna be honest, you're two bets here, Riley. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't have the clout to make this go away. You either ride it out and hope something else comes up that will take their time and break in where nothing was taken, no one was hurt. If you're lucky and another case comes up that's more flashy, yours might fall to the wayside. That's very unlikely, though.
I will say something. Taylor, technically, the problem is like the 66 precinct, just like most of the others, it's corrupt as fuck. There are like ways you can probably like bribe people, finagle, pull strings. There's like ways you can make this go away. But that's gonna sort of sink your whole I want to fight the corruption in the city.
Yeah, that's why he's not offering it.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, Grunt. Taylor's not really happy with Riley right now.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everyone like you know you have that option. But yeah, no, this is a bad situation. And there's also a lot, unfortunately for her, she is in fact the first woman detective of the 20th precinct, so that's extra pressure and extra eyes added on her.
It's gonna be honest, Riley. None of your options are looking very good right now.
Take a deep breather. I'm well aware. What do you think is the best option? Just go to the captain and try to explain things, or just writing?
My opinion, get in front of the narrative before it breaks would probably do you the best. Can I be honest? There's no option where you come out of here staying in the position you're in. But there's a difference between getting reprimanded, getting shuffled, maybe getting demoted, and getting fired or getting arrested.
Just that I didn't want to mention it at the phone, but she will also raise her sleeve. There's also, I think this might be beyond arresting, and she also had like bloodied wounds.
That case, you absolutely want to get in front of the story, because if they arrest you and they see that, you're not getting put in a cell, you're getting institutionalized, Riley.
Fuck, I'll try to talk to the captain. Said I was trying to follow up on a lead, and I panicked and overreacted. I think that's the only thing I can say.
Listen. You had already had one woman die that you felt you could have saved. You saw suspicious happenings. You didn't, and your mind took it. You did something you shouldn't have. Acted too quickly. To be honest, the situation's bad, but you're not the first New York cop who decided they wanted to go in like the big shot and made a mistake. after if you tell the captain what happened, I can talk to him after that. Probably convince him that probably doesn't want the embarrassment of this being made a whole big scene, and we can quietly handle this.
Yeah, I will just nod. I'll talk to him tomorrow. Today I'm still officially sick.
Don't take too long.
No, waiting on this I think it's a horrible idea.
And Taylor will take his leave.
Taylor, where are you going next?
Honestly, kind of want to clear his head right now. He'll go check the dead drop.
Well, there
Give
is
him an
a...
excuse to be away from the precinct for a bit longer.
You do check it, and there is a message. A detailed scribbled note from Father Carver telling you about the fact that this entity did sort of reach out to him, and Adam would go and investigate to make sure. Sort of giving you a very brief rundown.
Yeah, seeing that, he'll go check up on James.
Meanwhile, James, as you wake up in the morning, and well, as you sort of go through your morning routine,
I'm checking the newspaper and listening to the news on the radio very carefully. I want to know if anything's been reported as having happened the night before that seems related.
as you fiddle a bit with the radio, it does just kind of give off static. Try and sort of adjust the frequency. It's sort of like there's a very audible snap as you can hear a giggling noise coming from it. Someone's worried about what happened last night.
I turn around.
There's no one. The voice is coming from the radio itself.
I turn back to the radio. So, was that a wild goose chase?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll never know. No one died. You should be happy.
I am.
So then why the long face?
I'm worried.
About?
This sort of thing, it's going to keep happening.
Would you rather me leave you alone? I can go bother other people.
If you go bother other people, it's going to keep happening. I'm involved now because I know about it, and that's not going to change.
I suppose. The real question is, what do you want to do now?
I want to help people. I want to serve God. I want to make a difference.
What if I can help you with, well, two of those people, two of those things?
I hope you won't take this personally, but I don't entirely trust you.
That's the fun part. I'll say this. If you find Sean, or he kills his next victim, you'll find on him a way to, well, let's just say, maybe not contact your god, but somebody close to him.
Okay.
Careful. Time is ticking. Sean is getting ever so closer to his next victim. As there's like static on the radio yet again before it sort of switches back to news.
Are there any reports?
No, doesn't seem.
And are there any reports of Riley's misadventure?
There's a lot of crime in that area. People are not gonna report every break-in. Nobody even died. Well, as you're listening to the news and as it's about like 9:30, there will be a knock at your door.
I go and open the door. I would have gone into the office by that point. Actually.
Well, wherever you are. As you
Okay.
open the door to your office.
Sorry. No, I'm just well playing.
Yeah, as Alaric is looking a bit miffed.
I'm sorry. I think I sent your people on a wild goose chase last night.
Father, I gave you that phone number. The idea that you were gonna use it for more, just call them less violent requests. I assume
You sent me. Your people sent me a special a commando team armed to the
yes.
teeth with guns. What do you send for the more violent requests?
Don't want to know. My point is, be very careful with the. It's not. What I gave you there is let's call it fast tracked to my bank account. Which whenever you request things, will be deducted from said bank account. Now, it is quite alright. I am a rich man, but I'm more concerned with, well, let's just say the fact that you're in the know, but sort of not in the know. You're in a very precarious position if certain people find out about you. So I would have preferred to keep you as far away from the more criminal aspect of my work.
One of the men last night said something about rift entities.
He like pinches the bridge of his nose. Exactly what I was talking about. Yes, that's I suppose a apt term.
She appeared to me last night. And I give him the rundown of where things stand.
They I never assumed you called them for no reason, but these are
Well,
very
I kind of-
dangerous. These are very dangerous people. Unfortunately for you, they are more used to dealing with what's called the mundane situations compared to yours. You need help with more I want to call it supernatural, but to us it may as well be. Here's a different phone number to an associate of mine, and you can call him. He is a bit more used to the crazier aspects, and unlike the Italian hitman you summoned, he won't put you in danger.
Can I buy you breakfast to make up for this?
Fortunately, I must run. I have business to handle in part of the world. But I am fortunately you caught me at a bad time. If this situation lasts more than a week, I'll be able to return and maybe provide better assistance. Although magical beings from the beyond are not my expertise, but maybe I'll be able to get in touch with some people who can.
Well, I have someone on standby who has some experience.
Yes, yes, they did. They did mention seeing you with someone that night.
Eastern European doctor.
Yes. Should I be concerned about that one?
I don't think so. I think he's more concerned about your people than you should be about him. But of course, I am new to this all.
They're not my people. I just merely hire them.
Well, I didn't mean to insult you.
It's well, right. That's the concern I have. You see, I can pay them to do things. Other people pay them to talk or tell things about you. And right now, certain people in the city might be asking questions as to why, well, those people were summoned. Now they're talking about a rift opening up in New York, which attracts other people's attention, and you can see how this thing escalates. These rifts, as they call them, are areas that manifest strangely into our world, defying the laws of physics, warping reality, causing people to suffer certain unpleasant side effects. And as you can imagine, this is a highly guarded secret and a highly coveted one. So do expect now to have to handle certain interference from Secret Service, foreign groups, who knows what else.
I'll clear my calendar.
Just be very careful who you talk to and what you say. People gossip more than you would think.
Well, again, I'm sorry for the cost and the inconvenience.
It's quite alright. You are new to this, and
I've set up a dead drop with the detectives. Would you like to set up something similar?
I suppose that wouldn't be the worst idea.
I give him a location that somewhere close, but yeah.
He'll nod and take his leave. Not that long after, about like 10-15 minutes, your secretary would inform you that one of the detectives is here, Miss. As she'll let him in, presumably.
Good morning, Detective.
James, I got your message.
It wound up being, I think, a wild goose chase. I suppose I should be less irritated, given that no one died.
Nothing to report then?
Well, I may have gotten myself noticed by the other sorts of people who are involved in all of this. I don't think I'm in anything resembling danger yet from them, but it is inconvenient. And I had a conversation with my radio this morning. The entity contacted me again and told me that Sean is still out there. She said something about being able to, if I stop Sean before he kills again, that she's able to connect me with someone close to God.
Interesting claim. I'm not sure how much stock I would put into it.
No, neither do I. it's the sort of thing I wouldn't have trusted had she not lied to me the night before, which she did. Where is your partner?
Called in sick this morning.
I hope she's all right.
Should be fine. It's a very stressful case we're on. Oh, there's nothing else. Anything else, James? Hope you have as good of a day as you can.
Yes, something of a late night last night. And nothing but meetings for the rest of the afternoon. I'll let you know if I fall asleep.
Question is, are you gonna mention to Taylor the stuff you found in the near the dumpsters?
Oh yes, I will. I will mention that. One thing. Last night, the address she gave me, I went up and knocked on the door. And I think I woke some poor man up. He told me that there had been a homeless man looking through their dumpster. It didn't sound like Sean, although Adam said something to the effect of this being able to disguise what her followers look like. I don't know if he's speculating or if that's accurate. I looked through the dumpster and I found these, and I show him the news article and the bulletin from my church.
Interesting is we'll see. He'll actually he does carry his kit on him. May I take those? So he'll like pull out these bags to put them in.
As I find myself more involved, if I encounter evidence, what do you want me to do with it? So that I don't make things more difficult for you.
I'll ask you use your best judgment. Their job location is there for a reason, but if you're ever worried that our friend might make issues with that, keep them here.
All right.
Taylor will say, well, I think I think I'm going to have a word with Adam. So take one last look at the newspaper clipping of Riley. I have a bad feeling now.
He had a later night than I did. Do you want me to come with you?
If you'd like, you can.
I check to make sure I've got time.
Yeah, you probably do.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come with you.
We'll drive over to Adam's place. Couple of knocks, he'll open the door, looking very tired. It's like, morning, detective, father. Is everything all right?
Yes, like to talk with you about something that James found, and it's about something that happened to Riley last night. I think you maybe weren't the only ones sent on a hunt, let's call it.
He'll nod as he Jin like makes himself a cup of coffee. What happened last night?
Apparently, this entity made contact with her and told her that Sean was going to kill again. But the only way that she would give her the address is, the fact that the address was carved into her arm. Needless to say, there was no killing happening that night. Not that location she was given, at least. Fortunately, she shot the lock off, kicked the door in, and the homeowner as well saw her, heard her. That's already bad enough, but James found this apparently at a when he was on his own little errand last night. So he'll put the two things in the bags that are on the he'll put them on the table. The fact that if it was Sean that was actually there, the fact that he has a cut up newspaper clipping of Riley, and Riley is about to find herself without the protection of the NYPD. My concern is she may actually be the next target.
Is she in that? Is she in that much trouble?
She discharged her service firearm without establishing a clear line of fire. She broke and entered a house. She threatened a civilian in his own home, and then she fled the scene. As well as that, what is she going to tell them if they actually launch the investigation? That she carved the man's address into her arm because a demon told her?
Oh, I see your point.
I recommended to her that she, tomorrow, she talks to the captain and gets ahead of the story, but to be honest, I'm not so sure anymore with this.
Adam kind of joke a bit, I'll say. Father, why don't you give your friends a call? Maybe they can bury this.
I had a conversation this morning with Alaric. He was not best pleased with me involving them already. I don't think that involving them more would impress him. I don't want to spend capital I don't have.
He'll nod and he'll look at you, Taylor, and say, "How do you want to handle this?" Because there's the lawful way, then there's the unlawful way.
Taylor's going to say, I've always played by the book, personally. It's the avenue I've always preferred, but I'm willing to hear suggestions right now.
Well, he looks at you, James. I think bribing some officers and some citizens is much less expensive than hiring a hit squad.
No, you're probably right about that.
So, from what you told me, I get the feeling that he gave you that use, as you said, more sparingly, but I feel like this might be one of those cases.
Can so can we what's a good way to put this? Is there anything we can do to indicate that Riley had good cause to believe that a crime was being committed and she acted in extremis?
Had she not fled the scene, maybe.
Really made a great decision there, didn't she?
Adam will say, well, consider this, or let her deal with whatever legal consequences it might cause. And the guy looks at the paper clipping. Not sure why she is so famous, but she's newsworthy.
First female detective.
Is that impressive here? What I mean, first.
Yes.
If nothing else, it matters because if things go wrong, then it will hurt every other woman who tries to be a detective for the police department. And probably hurt women in other fields as well. So even if Riley isn't competent or qualified, well, we don't want her hung out to dry.
Realize, I suppose you're right. I didn't see that many women serving in your
Do you want me to make the call, detective?
if Mr. Taylor here is fine with the unlawful way. I think that is the best course.
Taylor will nod.
Do you want me to go speak with her first?
I'll speak with her about it.
May I use your phone, Adam?
Yeah, no, let you give her a ring from his home.
I meant for the call to the...
Yeah, listen, he doesn't mind.
Okay. I don't know what availability...
Adam's like, listen, man, they know my face already.
Well, and I literally don't know what call tracking availability looked like in the...
Yeah. But yeah, no, you head over to the living room. You call the number again, as the same woman will answer. Yes, how can I help you?
It's me again. I need an investigation covered up or buried. And I give her the details.
Very well. This should be handled quickly and quietly. Anything else you would like?
I will try very hard not to call you again.
That's why I'm here for, sir. Have a
unless
wonderful day.
unless I am literally on fire, and only you can help me.
Hopefully you will call me before you get to that point. Have a good day. Yeah. While he's off in the living room talking on the phone, Adam will get you Taylor and be like, I think this is what she's after. More cruelty until gets another victim isolated or killed.
I think it's possible. I'll be honest. Only one victim. I can't establish an MO.
He'll nod and he'll say, if this being can in fact warp people's perceptions, be very careful, Mr. Taylor. Not everything we see and hear might be. Who knows how the situation last night occurred for Miss Riley.
Taylor will nod at that.
As what are we gonna say?
Yeah, I just said, I'll have to go tell Riley that she won't be speaking with the captain tomorrow.
I'll nod and say, catch you later then.
Talk to you later, Adam.
Yeah, you'll be able to take your leave. Visit Riley.
Detective, I'm sorry if I've compromised your principles or made things more difficult for you.
It's an extreme situation. It will be fine. It will be fine.
Now I've got meetings to attend. I'll see you later.
Speak with you later, James.
And I'll go back to the church.
Yeah, we'll head back over as Taylor. You'll stop by Riley's place.
This is he'll knock and then again just walk in. Riley.
Didn't expect you here to be so back so soon. But
Yes. Going to tell you two things. One, James apparently has access to some, let's call them contacts from a third party I'm also aware of. And we've made use of those to make sure there will be no investigation.
Riley kind of grimaces, yet also not being too heavy that this is going to be probably mobster.
And reason also here is to tell you to be very careful. James, while he was on his own wild run from our mutual friend, your mutual friend, I should say, found a torn up newspaper clipping of you. It's quite possible this may have been this might just be a false lead, but it's also possible this indicates that Sean, or if there's any other accomplices, may have their eyes on you.
She just nodded that. Yeah, seemingly it's out here for entertainment, as she told me herself. I'll try to keep my wits about me next time. I just didn't want to sit by and do nothing.
Yes. Adam told me that because this entity may be able to twist our perceptions, do not blindly put faith in something just because you see it with your eyes.
Can actually probably add other senses as well. Pretty sure the woman's cry I heard that night was also not real.
Yes. Taylor will actually give you Adam's number, as he'll say. If you find if there's anything strange, call me. If there's anything very strange, or you can't get in contact with me, call Adam.
Yeah, sure nod. Good for now. I'll try to calm down a bit today. Make sure to bandage up my arm up.
Taylor will nod this. He'll say, try to have a good rest of your day.
So she'll just nod.
So, Taylor gets back into his car. He's going to take a look at the church pamphlet, to see the information on it, especially like the date on it.
Yeah, it's for this Sunday's service.
Sunday service. Oh, all right. They will make a note. He's never been a really faithful man, but maybe he'll have to go there. Maybe he'll be around.
Unless anyone else has anything they want to do today.
Get some bandages and bandage the arm up.
I mean, I assume you did that already.
All right. Okay. Then I wasn't sure. Okay.
But yeah, well, Taylor, have a family dinner later.
Yeah. Luckily, right now it doesn't seem like there's anything keeping him from it. So yeah, he'll be there on time.
Yeah, drive and well, it's other than your wife. There's basically her cousin and a bunch of other relatives. Your family, your wife has a long extended family list. Um, you will be happy that you are on time, though. Yeah, you'll take a seat and around like 6 people at the table. Unless I'm not sure there's any topics, but just mostly they're just gonna chat about how are things back home, how are things here. Very polite, small talk for most of the evening.
Yeah, Taylor engages in the small talk.
As it does appear that her cousin is gonna permanently, apparently, relocate to New York due to a new job opening here. As family family dinner will sort of flow nicely, as eventually they'll take their leave. So it's probably around 11 p.m. She'll, as the last of them leave, she'll smile at you and say, "I'm happy you kept up your promise."
Taylor will just say, "It was a slow day at the office. Rookie called in sick, so didn't have anyone to teach, and just playing the waiting game on the case now, so wasn't anything going on."
Lucky me, I guess.
Yeah, picking up on that, Taylor will say, listen, honey, and short of telling me that they got the killer, nothing was gonna keep me from being here."
She'll smile and nod. Thank you, though, for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, cousin, it's gonna be moving over.
Yeah, I'm actually happy. Ooh, it's no, I was younger. I helped her raise up, so going to be a fine young woman.
Yeah, Taylor give a nod at that. If she needs help with any of the bureaucracy, let me know. I've learned a few people's names while I've been working.
She'll smile and nod, and as she'll head over to wash the dishes. Taylor, you do, for the first time, also hear a giggling sort of down the hallway.
Hearing that, yeah, Taylor's going to ostensibly he'll get up and just walk as if like he's just going to get something in the other room.
You leave the kitchen area and head towards the living room. You'll see the girl sort of on the couch, cross-legged, just kind of staring up at you with a big smile. And as you look at her and she'll smile and says, "You know she's lying to you. Secrets, secrets, more secrets."
No, she is. But I've got worse things to worry about right now.
Do you though? Do you?
Killer on the loose sounds pretty bad.
He's not on the loose. Very much on the leash. My leash.
Fortunately, I think you are quite immune to handcuffs in a jail cell, so I'll have to deal with him.
Suppose you're right. You know, I could just get another one. Grown kind of bored of this one.
Is that what this is? Boredom.
I have to find your amusement somehow. This place is interesting.
Don't mind me asking, where did you get the amusement from? The killing or the driving people to kill?
I think the fun part is everything that leads up to it.
You like the chase then?
I like to see how people react in certain stressful situations. See how quickly they compromise on the values they preach. Like you, for example.
Did put us in a very extraordinary situation.
She'll smile.
I'll be honest, I don't really consider it a fair showing of my. I don't really consider it a fair showing.
Everyone slips, I suppose.
Most people don't. Most people don't meet people like you.
That's true.
Do you have a name? It's pretty considered very rude. I just keep referring to you as entity or demon.
Sean calls me an angel.
No, that's better, but that's still a title. So
Oh, I've never had any use for names, but I mean, I suppose you have to call me something. Why don't I give you the honor? You can give me a name.
Taylor will think for a bit. No. Maria. How does that sound?
You know what? As for my sanity, please choose a different one.
God vetoed that name.
Listen, I'm saving you because there's another individual named Maria, which will make all of this very funny. At the very
Okay.
least, call her Mary or something. Just
I was gonna say, yeah. I guess the second name would be Mary. Yeah.
okay. That's at least Maria and Mary. We can work with that.
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
Says,
It's a song. Sorry.
Unfortunately, I'm not aware of
You're not Shadow, but close enough. I didn't laugh at that joke. I'm gonna drink.
that.
So true. I didn't laugh. So true, Zaz. Let me get taken out shot.
It wasn't really funny, so that's fine.
Listen, Ross, never. Don't worry, that never stopped Shadow. Um,
Till the
Mary,
end.
Mary smiles and says, "I like that. Short, catchy."
Glad you like it. So, if you don't mind, I'd love to keep talking with you, but I prefer to keep my work separate from my home life. Is there any chance we could walk and talk?
I will get out of your hair. I don't want to keep you busy too much. Plus, um, there's some other people I need to watch out. I didn't realize your priest friend was so connected. One phone call and hundreds of people scribbling down notes, delivering bags, letters, threats, promises, secrets, and more secrets. Never had to deal with this sort of. I suppose that is the fun part about the big cities. More secrets, more complicated games.
Suppose you're right. Don't mind me asking one last question before you go. She'll ask. Based on what I've been told, you're not from here. Or where are you from? What's it like?
Can't remember. I only remember, well, pain. Pain and, I guess, blood? I suppose those two things go hand in hand.
I often do. What it's worth, feel sorry about that. Whoever it was doesn't sound like it was a fun place.
She'll smile and nod. Have a good night, mister. As she'll sort of disappear before your very eyes.
As that happens, Taylor will. Where's the phone in the house?
Probably close to the living room.
He'll give Adam a call.
Yeah, he'll pick up. Detective?
Just wanted to call and inform you that she's made contact with me.
Is not good for you.
It's not. I had a bit of a conversation with her. And Taylor will just kind of fill like him in on what he was able to like gather from her, which I know isn't a lot.
Say, There is another possibility, Detective, that I haven't considered up until now. I mentioned that she might be an entity from a different world than ours. But seems too chaotic for that almost. It doesn't seem like she has any plans, any goals, any agendas. So either she is not the sort of entity I am looking for, or she is a very uncommon one.
Yeah, Taylor was going to say. Yeah, Taylor would just say, "Well, if she makes contact with me again, I'll try to keep the rapport." See what she'll tell me.
I will say this. Try to... If you can't trace her, maybe there's more information about this Sean fellow. He seems he was the one responsible for killing. Maybe this isn't his first time. There are other people with similar MOs.
Check the files tomorrow.
If we find where Sean is originating from, maybe we can find out more about her personal origin as well.
Keep you informed on what I find.
Yeah. Presumably you close the conversation and head to bed. Unless there's anything else you want to do.
Yeah, no. Going to bed.
Yeah, no. Yeah, busy day tomorrow at the office. Presumably both you and Riley would be in there early.
Yes, at least Taylor would be there.
Riley as well.
Maybe slightly bit later. Basically,
Okay, well then, Taylor, you'll arrive a bit early as everyone's kind of a bit more on edge the moment you walk in. You realize.
He tried to get the sitter rep. What's going on?
Someone says one of the suits is in office with the captain.
Yeah, what it's about.
Nope, but captain. I mean, the guy didn't really look happy, but said something to the captain, and the captain also kind of. I've never seen him this pale.
Yeah. Taylor will nod and say, "Well, more fucking shit then, I guess."
Looks like that. How are things progressing with the case?
Yeah, Taylor's going to say, I'll be honest.
No witnesses, no connection to. Doesn't seem like there's a connection to a killer. Gonna be honest, I have a few more leads, but if they don't turn up anything, no, can't get blood from a stone.
I'll nod. Make yourself a cup of coffee and sit down at your desk, and about like 10 minutes later, you will see the captain walk out of the office. As he was about to like shout for someone, like glances at you and said, "Ah, you're in early."
Yeah, Taylor will just kind of nod that. Yeah, I had a family dinner last night, and wife was happy for once, so figured I take advantage of that to avoid the morning argument.
Well, let's come on to my office. We need to talk. Yeah, no, your captain is not looking like things are going very well for him.
Yeah, Taylor will follow him in.
We'll see the man sort of sitting on the other side of the desk, and your captain will say, "Detective Reed, this is Mr. Anderson with the FBI." Mr. Anderson, as he'll kind of like shake your hand.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Steve, it is time for us to have a conversation here. Now, Captain, I believe you had that important phone call to make. Ah, yes, of course. I'll be with you in a minute. As he's gonna take his leave, closes the door. Sharida, pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. What exactly is the situation?
I'll be frank with you, Mr. Reed.
I'd prefer it if you were.
And Alaric pointed you out for the job to deal with police corruption in the city. I did a little bit of digging into you. Found some unpleasant connections. Now I find you yet again with more unpleasant connections.
Taylor will kind of nod at that.
I may have heard on the grapevine that your partner was involved in some unpleasant business that has now been swept under the rug, as many dirty secrets are in this city.
Be honest with you, Mr. Anderson. I think my partner was deliberately riled up, given bad information. I won't deny that she was careless. But I'd rather get the people who arranged for it to happen rather than her take the fall.
Quite alright. My issue is not with that. My issue merely pertains to the fact that once you're touched by this, makes you going after it a bit problematic. I understand you may have had all the best intentions. There's rumors about certain phenomena now in New York. More eyes will be on the city. More foreign and domestic interests. Situation has escalated a few days more than anyone expected to.
The case has certainly developed in a bizarre direction, yes. As Taylor will mention, because you mentioned Lorik, I'll cut it to you straight. This I am not quite sure how to handle this case. I can arrest the killer if I can find him, but there will be another killer and another one if that one's caught.
That is a fair point you bring up. Which is, there's an option before you. You can let this case die out and link it with the other murders of the case that we have dubbed Soul Killer. Serial killer that has been killing from the Midwest up until New York now. Similar MO. Crazy man, mentions of divine symbolism. Does that sound familiar?
It does, yes.
Of course, you file that in. Well, it will expose the incompetence of many people in your next door neighbor precinct and might lead to some unravelings, corruption scandals as well. Problem that, well, we're hoping to use you as bulwark. I was always against it, personally. Like I said, there's too many connections tying you to criminal entities, but Lorik did point out that never engaged with said connections. Now your partner has, whether it was willing or unwillingly. Once you're part of the world of secrets, it's very hard to fight against that unless you're willing to burn yourself out as well.
Taylor will say, with respect, Mr. Anderson, based on what little I've been able to figure out, what I've been able to piece together, learn, been told, I don't think walking away is a easy or, truth be told, viable option.
This entity will be dealt with eventually. The other problems do still remain, though. I suggest you think about it and make a decision. If you proceed with the fight against corruption, you will have to, well, separate as much as you can from your partner. And, well, you will be lumped in with the rest of the cases.
If I can ask, what's going to happen to her?
I don't think much of consideration. To my understanding, it was a minor cover-up, but once the castle comes crashing down, when people near it will be affected. We're looking at, well, certain punishments. Getting fired, most likely. Depends how thorough corruption scandals go, or rather the investigations into them. Depends how people react. At best, might be able to deal with a couple of sanctions, demote her for a while. At worst, she might be institutionalized for certain diseases, might be considered unwell. But I think the first outcome is a bit more likely.
Taylor will nod at that, and I'll also ask, there's a civilian who's been drawn into the stranger aspects of this case. Will he be allowed to go back to his normal life as well as he can?
He'll nod. I think so. Although, once you know certain things, is this priest?
Yes, Mr. Carver.
Kind of like chuckles about says, I would be more concerned about your own safety than Mr. Carver. He seems to have, well, I'm not exactly sure how he managed it, but has called upon some interesting eyes upon him. He is not in any danger, but normalcy is still a bit of ways for him. In fact, he's the one that caused this escalation to happen. Drawing up attention to our little investigation here. Now a lot of people are asking more questions. I believe, well, you will keep being dragged in.
That, Grant, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Cycling back a bit, when he said the entity will be captured eventually, how was not the how sure was he of
He said dealt with. I don't think he said captured.
dealt with? Yeah, dealt with.
He
But
seemed,
the question still remains.
yeah, he seemed very sure of that.
Honestly, I think Taylor will say, be honest with you, Mr. Anderson. As much as I don't like dropping a case where people are still in danger, I do think I'm rapidly reaching the end of what my expertise can do to help the situation.
I think you pass the dog to the FBI, competent investigator. Take it. And we'll show that the NYPD is finally willing to admit mistakes and not engage in more cover-ups. Will no doubt enrage your captain here. That is the first step to fight against the corrupt system.
Yeah, Taylor will shake his hand like, choice of deal with more weird magic stuff or deal with police politics. It's as much listen as much as the delving into this more occult Lovecraftian bullshit sounds great. That's not Taylor doesn't think he'd do good at that. In his opinion, he hasn't been doing good at that.
Yeah, no. Captain will walk in. Like, to apologize for that. I had a bit of a longer phone call than expected. Taylor, this is Mr. Anderson. He is here to check in on the case I gave you on Monday. I'm sure you'll be able to give him a detailed report. He's gonna like sort of smile a bit nervously.
Taylor will not. Of course, I can. Of course.
Mr. Anderson will say, I look forward to it. I hear you are one of the best detectives around.
Taylor will just give a small nod at that, as he'll say, the case files notes sent to you soon.
Will not, as Captain is gonna exchange a couple more words before Mr. Anderson will take his leave. Eric just kind of like thumbs back in his chair. It's like, oh, I hate the feds.
Yeah, Taylor will say. Taylor will say. Oh, exactly what I expected. Coming down here, throwing weight around.
Again, they keep pushing for the files and take over the case. I keep reminding them that this isn't a federal case. I'm sure you'll be able to explain that more detail officially.
Yeah. Taylor will nod as he'll say. Yeah, Taylor will nod as he'll say. I've gone over it pretty thoroughly. It's a tragedy, but it seems to just be a local one.
He'll nod, smile. Well, may God rest her soul. There's nothing else to report, Taylor. As Riley, you would at this point probably getting around the office.
Yeah.
You're gonna head straight for the captain's office.
She was told yesterday that there's no reason to go to the captain's office, or was she told to go to the captain's office? Because I'm not sure why she would. I'm not sure.
Gonna wait for Taylor then.
Oh, okay. In that case, she will visit. Someone told her Taylor's to the captain's office.
If you would ask.
And I guess she'll probably just wait outside. I'm not sure. She didn't want to interrupt the meetings.
As you do not remark, unless there's something else you want to talk with him, Taylor. You would.
Yeah, now he'll make his leave.
You will see sort of Riley at her desk next to yours.
Riley, let's walk and talk.
Sure thing.
Right. Just have a few things I want to look over, but Taylor will say, spoke with a man from the FBI, and looks like case is going to be taken out of our hands. Just as he continues that conversation, once they're somewhere where they're a little more private, Taylor will kind of whisper to her, "Okay, Riley, I'm going to tell you something that maybe I shouldn't, but agent I talked to knows about the incident you had. When he gets the case files, it's going to cause a bit of a blow up, and that's probably going to come up. Just giving you a warning. Recommend you cooperate with any investigation that happens."
She'll promise that she will not, depending on the facts, I did still act careless. A bit of deserved karma, I suppose.
As he'll say, "Listen, while firing is on the table and it's at the most, if situation goes all right, if it comes up lucky for you, demotion, demerits. So, our recommendation, you keep your head down, you cooperate when asked. Sorry you got caught up in this, kid.
I don't think you're to blame for demons invading New York. I still acted too fast. I was I overreacted. I was scared. I should have kept a cooler head.
Should have, but at the end of the day, you wanted to help someone, and he's aware of some of the more stranger aspects of the case. So maybe he'll be inclined to be a little bit sympathetic towards you.
Listen, if there was a cover-up involved into my thing, if I cooperate in this, maybe we can get the people who covered it up. Maybe we'll uncover some corrupt people at least. Maybe.
Taylor will nod at that as, yeah, he'll ask Riley to just, Taylor will look over some old files, draw some connections, and write up a final report in which, yeah, he will write the report indicating the sloppy handling of this case of like the crime scene here. He had gotten a second look at stuff not being followed up, its connections to what looks to be other crimes. It's not a good look for most of the people involved.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. That's and a lot of the details were clearly obstructed or like not included, as you realize they were trying to like detach it from other similar cases that this FBI agent mentioned. Which, well, you will submit those reports